second time I got crabs.
Hey everyone, welcome to
Hey.
Now with Jack Krabs.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
JacksCrabs.com.
It's a podcast.
Gus, Gavin,
Hello.
Jack,
Podcast.
Burnie,
Hi, Gus.
all here for a podcast.
And you, Gus, as always.
I said Gus.
I know.
I'm always
just
first. I
happy
get
to
top
have
billing.
you.
Gus.
Bedazzling your
I got
nose.
really mad trying to buy peanut butter the other day.
Too many different types.
That was
Too
the
many
worst
different-
segue ever.
It's like you got
no,
chunky and
we got-
creamy,
we got-
fine. But then it's like all these fucking different
You got
brands.
smooth.
And then it's like there's Jif, and then there's Simply Jif, and then there's like less sodium Jif. It's like, why the fuck do they make 3 different ones?
Well, now there's like hazelnut, too. They make hazelnut Jif to compete with
Whoa.
Nutella.
Yeah,
Well,
that's-
it must drive you insane buying milk then. There's like 19
no, there's
different
there's
milks.
one milk that I like.
What is it?
Organic?
Organic?
Horizon. It's organic because it lasts like 5 weeks.
Is that the carton one? It's like
Yeah.
red. I buy that one.
It lasts forever.
I went home to England and then went to VidCon and my milk was still good when I got back.
Yeah, like I bought some this weekend. It's good
No.
till September 20th.
Yeah.
No
It's
way.
good for over a month.
I gave it a
Jesus
sniff. I couldn't
Christ.
smell a thing.
Yeah, I
Like
don't know.
you literally couldn't smell anything after it? Like,
I
Yeah,
don't know.
it you
when
just
I woke
burned out your
up.
nostril.
Whenever you smell milk, though, doesn't it always smell bad to you?
No.
It always smells
Yeah, it
bad.
kinda
No,
smells.
new
It
milk.
smells like milk. Milk
new
smells
milk smells
bad.
like
Milk always smells. I feel like it's the crust or whatever accumulates at the top.
Right.
Oh.
That like taints the scent of the rest
Like
of the
if you smell a quarter-filled carton of milk, it's like 3/4 of it is like milk crushed.
take a straw down to the surface of the milk and
Stick it up your nose.
Great.
It's easier for some of us than others.
it is, yeah. I can smell milk without opening it. So, when we were in California,
Go ahead.
I was intending on staying 3 days.
And?
I ended up staying 5
Yeah.
because we extended our trip to go on What's Trending. And, I mean, you know this story, I probably told you as well, but I ran out of clothes, and everyone thinks it's mental what I did. Did I tell you about
It
this?
is
Jack?
What you did
fucking
is
mental what
fucking
you did.
mental.
How is it mental?
Explain what you did.
Tell-
Explain what you did.
yeah, tell the story.
Well, I ran out of shirts, I ran out of t-shirts.
I
brought
also ran out
plenty
of
of
clothing.
underwear.
I washed my clothing at a laundry. Go ahead.
Okay, well,
Also, there's laundry service at hotels.
I
there
was
is.
checking out that day.
Gus.
To being adults.
There you go.
Cheers.
I was checking out that day. It was like 10 a.m. and I had to be out by midday. And I had 3 dirty shirts and
Now,
nothing,
I'd like for Gavin
nothing
to
to wear.
pause for a moment. I'd like to ask our audience to consider this. You're in a hotel. You're out of clothing because all your clothes are dirty. You're checking out later that morning. What do you do?
What
Gavin,
do
please
you
continue.
do?
What would Gavin do? This should be our new series.
Pop quiz, hot
What
shot.
would you do if you're a rational human being? Now let's find out what Gavin did.
Well, I also needed a shower. So what I did, I put on all 3 shirts and took a shower in them. I got all the shampoo, put it all on me, rubbed it all over the shirt, like got it all up, all the layers of shirts, all up like this. And then I rinsed it all off, but I dried them. That isn't
How
that
did you
mental.
dry them?
With a hairdryer.
Gavin, that is what an insane person would do.
Why didn't you just wash them in the sink?
There you go. Hey, why not do that, Gavin?
I needed a shower as
Also,
well.
I like
thought
how
I'd
your
kill 2
excuse is
birds
you were
with-
checking out shortly. You knew you were going to run out earlier in this trip.
I didn't. I was told, hey, we're staying till this day now. I was like, oh, all right.
And how many days was that? Like ahead of time, did you know that?
I probably found out the evening before, but I was drunk.
So, Gavin, let me ask you a
And
question.
it worked out fine, and I went on the show, and my shirt smelled like shampoo. It was good. It smelled clean, and
What kind of shampoo?
I would also argue that
Hotel
you didn't
shampoo.
take a shower because you had clothes on, so you didn't clean yourself.
Did you take the clothes off and then continue your shower?
No.
You got out sopping wet with 3 shirts on, peeled them off, and then dried them.
Tell me you at least took the shirts off in the tub of the shower before getting out. That way you didn't just drain water all over your hotel bathroom.
I'm just happy you
Oh,
didn't show
no,
up.
it was wet for sure, yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't show up to the set of the show like in 3 wet shirts,
I thought
weighing
it was genius.
1,000 pounds.
I can imagine Gavin like stepping in with his shoes on too. Be like, oh, I've worked for the shirt. I mean, might
Also,
as
the best
well.
way to dry a shirt quickly, you tie a knot in the sleeves and blast a hairdryer up. The whole thing inflates and you see the steam coming off.
Or use a clothes dryer. I'm just gonna throw that out there as a
Or just
possibility.
stick it in the sun?
Yeah, let me just find some sun in my hotel room that doesn't face the sun.
What is this crazy sun you're talking about?
Find some sun.
But the weirdest to me is always when a smell triggers memory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or when a smell triggers like
That's
a
a big
series of
trigger.
memories.
That's a
Yeah.
big trigger.
I have a lot, like, yeah, the craziest thing like that for me is the ET ride at Universal Studios Florida has this distinct smell that like every time I walk into that building, and it's
Like
like I like remember being a
Plastic and
child.
semen.
It's like
What the
It's E.T.
wow.
What do you want?
Jesus Christ.
What? A bunch of people blowing their loads over little aliens. What?
He's all cuddly in the blanket.
Phone home. He's like drink.
Cuddly, you wanna hug him, you don't wanna spunk on him.
Ellie.
He wasn't riding a bike over the moon, he was just riding a tidal wave of seaweed.
What is?
I think we just triggered a memory in Gus. Something happened to you on the ET ride?
Like ET.
Someone jizzed on the back of Gus's head while he was watching ET.
No, the ET ride, like it's the one you're on like a bicycle, like it's like a whole series of bicycles, but they strap you in or whatever. And I remember as a kid, before I ever went on that ride, I thought you actually got on a bicycle and like rode it around, and I was very excited when I went, and that is not the case at all.
Yeah, commercials for kids. I mean, the kids' imagination is always better than anything an adult could build.
Yeah.
So kids are always disappointed by shit when they're like looking forward to it, and then they get it. It doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah.
Even candy. It's like, you know, on the commercial, they eat the candy and their eyes bug out of their head and all that stuff. It's all like drug metaphors. And then, you ever notice that? Like candy, if you watch any candy commercial for kids, it's like you're watching a drug
You
propaganda
consume some
film.
and it makes your life better.
Yeah, and all that shit. And also, I've always wondered this about why do they market cereal to kids like you're not supposed to have it? Have you ever noticed there's a trend in cereal commercials where somebody has cereal and then somebody else wants to take the cereal and they have to keep it away from them?
It's like
And
the Tricks Rabbit.
for kids,
or-
yeah.
Tricks are and the Fruity Pebbles were Fred's always trying to steal the stuff from Barney and the Lucky Charms.
What?
The Leprechaun's trying to get the Lucky Charms and they have to prevent him from
Yeah.
getting it, or they're chasing him because he has it. It's like that's like a common theme in cereal commercials.
You guys
It's like
have some weird cereal ads.
listen, it's I noticed when I was a kid, I was like, why the fuck are people always trying to steal cereal from each other? It's like that's the big thing.
That's what you were thinking as a kid. Why the fuck are people trying to steal
Yeah, I
cereal?
was like, you motherfuckers,
It's
like
like
Madison
6
Avenue
years old.
bitches.
I was always
Let
really
that fucking bunny alone. Let him have
Seriously,
some fucking
let him have
tricks.
the
There's
tricks.
plenty.
And like the Cocoa Puffs, it's like give him the Cocoa Puffs. It's like no, get it away from me. And
See,
he
we
gives
had
it to me.
different
Because
ads. It was just like, oh, I go, the milk goes chocolatey. Yeah.
You'd make the best commercials ever.
so one of the many things that we tried to do in the movie was we tried to have a scene where a guy got shot. There was a drive-by shooting, and so we made these little things. We were trying to find these little things called squibs, which are the little explosive devices you wear, and you wear a blood pack over it. So when somebody shoots you, then we trigger the explosive device, it explodes outward with some blood.
They're hard to get hold of, aren't they?
They're extraordinarily hard to
Yeah.
get hold of, and unless you have like some kind of
you have special
explosives license
Yeah.
in the state of Texas, you can't get it. And we didn't want to pay some dude to do it for us. So we tried every method to make these squibs. Like I wore a weight belt and we strapped firecrackers to it. I got the biggest bruise on my stomach from doing that. And one of the brilliant ideas that we had was we were going to take, as my idea, the little copper end of a shotgun shell and see what was in there, the blasting cap.
Like the primer part.
The primer part to see if we could use that. And so I said, why don't we just cut with a saw? We'll cut off the metal part and see what's in there. And so Matt goes, okay, I'll do that. So he's like sitting on the kitchen counter and he's like this. Sawing this thing like this. And we had a camera. Matt had a bunch of photography equipment from when we would take like behind the scenes photos of the like set photos and stuff. So you know that has a flash on it.
External flash. Yeah.
External flash. And so Matt's sitting here sawing like this in his kitchen. Going, and I come up with the flash and I stick it right under his arm where he's sawing with. Like stick it right up there. And I hit the test button which sets it off. And I didn't make a loud noise or anything. I just went like this. I literally pushed the button and I went boom in his ear like that. Just literally that. Boom. Matt made, I wish I recorded it. He made the most guttural fear sound. I won't even be able to replicate it, but he's sawing and it goes boom and he goes ah, ah. His knees came out. His knees came out and he couldn't get up from the kitchen floor. It was so scary. He just goes ah, ah. I thought I killed him.
Did you just laugh, Bert?
You loved fucking with people with that flash back
That
then.
flash is the greatest thing ever.
Was he mad at you?
Oh, you know, he was happy he wasn't dead. He was so happy.
You
But
used to go around with it, and you'd have it in your hand, and you'd be looking at it, and you go up to
hiccups.
someone and be like, "Is the flash cracked?" And you'd make them look at it, and you'd hit that fucking test button. You fucking son of a bitch! You did that to me so many fucking times. When we filmed the Apple Switch parody, you must have done that to me 10 times that day alone.
That started on that set. That's why I had the flash. Was because I had the flash and I would go, oh god damn it, So I go, what? I go, look, we cracked our flash bulb. Look. And they go, where? Bop. And they're walking around in
But
the
you
walls.
couldn't see anything. You just have to stop and stand there for like a minute. Wait for your eyes to readjust.
I always fell for that. The other one I do is when we're on the set of Immersion, I have that clipboard, is I'll crank that clip all the way open. And then I'll be sitting there and go, ah, fuck. Ugh. And they go, what? I go, look, I cracked my clipboard right here and I run my finger underneath the clip. And they go, where? And they feel it and it's going to snap on their finger. And people always go, fuck!
All
I
fun
just
and
realized
games.
I'm a mean person.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
You just realized that?
I didn't know that.
You just realized that. I learned that 15 years ago.
I'm still so disappointed. One of the biggest disappointments in my life is that Brandon didn't get shocked by that electric fence in New Zealand.
God, man.
I'm so disappointed by that. Gavin and I went to VidCon.
It's always when we're together, we have these just gag sessions because stuff
Okay,
happens
go on.
around us.
I'm gonna get sick thinking about this. we were.
I think Barbara told me this story.
We were going to a party at it was remember it was the Annabelle Hotel. It was the Discovery Channel party.
Yeah, with the pool.
SourceFed, yeah.
Where the party was people stood around a pool. I can't believe no one fell in. It was ridiculous.
It was close a couple times,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. But on the way to the party, this is in Anaheim where they hold VidCon. And we were walking, we go, oh, it smells a little rank. It smells like somebody let one go. Then we kept walking, and there was like, okay, that's obviously an open sewer line. Then it was like, I can't describe the smell. You had to like lean into it to walk forward.
Oh.
It was so fucking dense.
It's like a homeless man took a dump on your face.
We all went through the,
Okay, sure, why
I'm
not?
trying to think of the grossest sewer-related smell I can think of.
but we all went through kind of like 3 phases of the smell. We went into it, and it was like, oh, something smells a bit gipping. And then the stage 2 was like people turning around and being like, oh yeah, that is bad. Stage 3, I was about to throw up and my eyes were watering, and then I had to like go on one knee at one point. I felt like if I got
on one
I
knee.
felt like if I got low, I could get under the smell.
It's like
But it was-
fire. Like
it
you
was
get down
like
and crawl.
thick air, like
It was.
walking through it, and I could taste it through my mouth.
Was this downtown
I
LA?
mean, my nose. What?
Was this downtown LA?
No, it's Anaheim, dude.
Oh, Anaheim.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you remember when we were in Vegas and Dan was like, I'm gonna do it. We were in like a revolving restaurant, and Dan set his camera on the floor to do a time lapse as the restaurant revolved round. And you just walked up to him and go, what's this? And like just kicked it. And it was like 20 minutes into a time lapse. And he was like, what are you doing? You just punted it over.
Wow. Well then.
I thought it was an explosive device. It was a little box with a red light on it. And I walked up to it and I go, what's this thing? Kick
Yeah,
the
like that's
shit
what
out
you
of
do.
it.
That's how you investigate explosive device.
I saw my brother kill his goldfish once.
was like Neil and in between
Punched in the face.
punched it in the head.
No, he was playing darts, and the dart bounced off like the metal on the dartboard and went straight through
No.
his goldfish. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
There's no way that
And
is
I
true.
think the blood from the fish killed the other one that was in there. Like
What?
it was just like leaking
Or the
blood.
trauma from like seeing
Yeah.
its goldfish friend stabbed.
Yeah.
So your brother speared a goldfish with a dart.
Unintentionally, like you couldn't have aimed it. It had to be like perfect deflection into his fishbowl.
Let me tell you, did you ever know that the Monopoly game was hit by a scandal where the people who manufactured the pieces won all the major prizes for like 6 years in a row?
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
McDonald's had to settle. It was in South Carolina. And that's where the company that printed all the pieces. And they were like, okay.
Yeah.
There's
Genius.
Boardwalk.
You just send it to a friend.
Like
Although they will say
80% of the prizes were won in South Carolina. And some mathematician actuary figured that out, somehow spotted that trend. And yeah, and they had to like, somehow McDonald's had to compensate for that somehow. I don't know how they did it, but they
I
paid a
think,
bunch of people a bunch of money.
They put more salt in their French fries. All right.
Drop tech. Drop tech. Drop tech. With Jeff and Burnie too. Gus Ramsey, alright, that's not right. Yeah, this is just a bunch of Joel Heyman.